We're excited to have Paige Wagner here to discuss an innovative Nutrigenomix program that's available at Lima Memorial Health System. So Paige, can you explain this? I've never heard of this before. How does it work?
Yes, great question. Nutrigenomix is definitely an up-and-coming service that we can offer. Very few facilities offer this. So it is literally what it sounds like in the title. It's nutrition and it's your genes. So it focuses on how our specific genes will express based off of what we eat and what our risk factors are for developing chronic diseases, insulin resistance, cancer, all kinds of things. So it's a really fascinating test that is more on the preventative side, but it is really helpful. It focuses on the 70 different genes, but you can test up to 77. And those last 7 genes focus a little bit more on the chronic disease and cancer risk.
Yeah, so are there certain health conditions or problems that would be good to have this test?
Yes, so if you have any kind of trouble losing weight with weight management, it can be really insightful. If you have difficulty with diabetes in your family, insulin resistance, polycystic ovarian syndrome, maybe you have just, in general, you want to be healthier because you know that there's a bigger risk of obesity or chronic disease in your family. This can be really, really helpful. And also cardiometabolic risk factors. So it can look specifically at how salt influences your blood pressure. It can also look at your lipid profiles, different than lab work, but your long-term risks for these things and how we can get ahead of the ball on it.
Okay, so what does the testing process look like then for a patient?
So the testing process is going to be super simple. You purchase the kit. It's usually around $300 to $350, but you can use a health savings account or an HSA to pay for it, which is wonderful. That takes away the burden of cost for a lot of my patients. Once you purchase that, the link is through me, and then it will ship to your house, usually within 24 hours, a swab. You swab your mouth, and then you send it back, and it takes about 3 weeks for processing, and then your results, it'll give me an estimated availability date. So once I have that, I call and get you on my schedule, and then you come in and we can go over everything.
That's what I was going to say. So you'll look at the results and then kind of give us some tips and tell us what it says?
Yes. So when you come back, we go over every single gene. It will tell me, are you at high risk for certain vitamin and mineral deficiencies? Are you at, higher risk for a cardiometabolic issue, your weight management? It can even tell me what kind of exercises maybe you would excel in versus ones that might not be as beneficial for long-term weight management. I can give you all kinds of supplement ideas based off of this, right? And making sure that we can address all those things. It even looks at certain gene profiles for what we call the MTHFR gene, which can increase our risk for a lot of chronic diseases. And based off of that, I can give you specific vitamin and mineral recommendations.
Wow. Is this for all ages, or is there a certain age bracket for this?
Any age can do this. I haven't had anyone under the age of 18, but with the program, technically you can swab at any age.
Wow, very interesting stuff. So, of course, you said you can get the test through you. Tell us how we schedule and get the process rolling on this.
Yeah, great question. So Nutrigenomix is not covered by health insurance, so the meeting for it. So what you would want to do is just call our number, 419-998-8291. I'm located in the Comprehensive Health Center, and we can just get you on the schedule. You come in for an initial assessment. We can order the kit together, and then you would come back for your follow-up.
All right, some wonderful stuff. Paige, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, don't go away. We'll have more after we return.